Welcome to Techietalkee. Hello friends. In this video, I'll be explaining about the functions and their usage in Python. So what is a function? In our program, we may write few lines of code that may get repeated more often. So due to this, the number of lines of code increases. So Python provides a functionality to reduce the repeated lines of code by grouping it in a function. We use the def keyword to define a function and it should end with a round brackets. Then we can simply replace the repeated lines of code with a function call. A function can be defined with or without parameters based on its purpose. Also, it executes only when we call it in the Python code. Only when the function is called, the function block gets executed. Let me show you with an example on how the function works. In my example, I'm going to get the zodiac sign of the user as the input, and I'm going to print the characteristics or the features related to the zodiac sign. So I'm whatever input value that I'm getting from the user, I'm assigning it to the variable zodiac, and I'm checking if zodiac dot lower equal to Aries. The reason why I'm giving dot lower is that the user will input the zodiac sign in the case that he wants. Sometimes the zodiac will be in uppercase or it might be in lowercase. So what we are doing is we are converting the user inputted value which is stored in this zodiac to lowercase and then comparing it against Aries. If that is the case, then I'm having a set of print statements which says, welcome Aries, you belong to one of the best zodiac signs. Today is going to be the best day for you. And then I'm printing the element, color, and the ruling planet. Suppose if the user inputted value is Taurus, then I'm going to print the messages of Taurus. Else, if it is Gemini, then I'm going to print the values of Gemini. And in my example, I'm just going to consider only 3 zodiac signs to help you understand how the function works. Else, I'm just going to print other zodiac sign. As you can see here, there are some repeated lines in between the print messages. So, welcome Aries, welcome Taurus, all those are going to be unique that pertains to that if block. And then we have this print statement, you belong to one of the best zodiac signs and today is going to be the best day for you. These two print messages appears in all the block of the if statement. So what can we do about this? Like why do we need to repeat the same lines of code in each and every block? So I can move these two lines of code to the function block. I can define a function by saying def followed by the function name. I'll say intro and then it should end with a colon. And then I can give the print statements that are getting repeated in each block of code into this function block. So I have created this function here, but whatever print statement was here in this if block need to be replaced with a function call. So I can say intro. And what happens is the Python interpreter executes the code line by line. So first it executes the zodiac where it gets the user input. Next the control comes to this function definition. So here it is only the definition part. So the interpreter does not execute this block and then it goes to the if block. If zodiac.lower is Aries, then I'm printing welcome Aries and then I see a function call here. What happens is the moment it encounters this function call, it goes to the function and then it executes based on whatever statement we give inside the function block. Let me now execute this code and show the result for you. I'll give Aries. So it says, welcome Aries. You belong to one of the best zodiac signs. Since we have a function call here, the function gets called and then it prints the message whatever we have given inside the function. So you belong to one of the best zodiac signs get printed and then today is going to be the best day for you. That also gets printed. So once the interpreter executes all the lines inside this function block, the control comes back to this if block and then it goes to the next line where it says element fire gets printed and then color red and the ruling planet Mars gets printed. While using a function in our code, we have to make sure the function is called with the right number of parameters. Also in this code, I can see that each block is printing element, color, and the ruling planet. I can as well create a function for these statements as well. But for each of the zodiac, these values are going to vary. So I have to create a function with parameters that accepts the values to print it. And in my function call, I can pass the values as arguments. As you can see here, I have created another function which is about zodiac, and I'm giving three parameters there which are element, color, and planet. And inside the function, I'm getting the values of each of these parameters and I'm printing them. And in my Python code, I'm just calling this function with the corresponding values. So I'm giving here for Aries, I'll give about zodiac of fire, red, and Mars. So the value of fire gets assigned to element, the value of red get assigned to color, and the value of Mars gets assigned to planet. So here I have modified my code to make use of this function which is about underscore zodiac in each of the if and the elif block. Let me execute this code. I'll give the same value, say Aries. In my output window, I can see that welcome Aries. You belong to one of the best zodiac signs. Today is going to be the best day for you, and the element, color, and the ruling planet gets printed there. Now we can see that we have reduced our lines of code by making use of this function. If we know the arguments that need to be passed into the function, but to be double sure that we pass only the right value to the right parameter, meaning I'm giving a function call here by passing the value as fire, red, and Mars. So it gets assigned to the respective parameters. But say for example, if I'm going to interchange the value by mistake, that is red, fire, and Mars. So what happens is red gets assigned to element, fire gets assigned to color, and Mars gets assigned to planet. So in that case, I can call the function by giving the arguments in the format of key equal to value. So I need not follow any order in the argument, whatever I'm going to pass inside the function. I can simply give the key and the value. That is, I can give element equal to fire, color equal to red, planet equal to Mars. And one advantage that I have here is that I can interchange the values of the arguments. My Python code is still going to give me the same result. We can also pass a list as an argument and access the list items inside the function. I can access the values by using the index value. So here in this case, I'm giving a list value which is Aries underscore list, fire, red, and Mars. And in my function, I'm passing the value as a list item. I have given a list name here, and inside my function, I'm accessing it using index values which are 0, 1, and 2. And while making the function call, I can just give about zodiac of the index name. I'm executing this code now where I'll give Aries. I'll still get the same result. So it means the function allows the list items also as the input parameter to access the values inside it for further processing. Which means I can also pass tuple as an argument. So I'm just going to change the square brackets to the round brackets. So now this Aries underscore list is going to be Aries underscore tuple. So throughout my Python code, I have given Aries underscore tuple and I've made the respective changes. And in the function, I'm passing the index value to retrieve the values of element, color, and the ruling planet. And in my Python code, I'm calling about zodiac of the Aries tuple. Now let's execute this code and check the result. So I'll get all the values here with respect to Aries. Dictionary object can also be passed as an argument. In this example, I'm defining a dictionary object which is Aries underscore dict, and I'm passing the key value pairs here. And inside the function, I'm accessing the dictionary object elements by calling Aries underscore dict of the corresponding key. And I'm printing the respective values in element, color, and the ruling planet. While making the function call, what I'm doing is I'm calling this dictionary object which is Aries underscore dict. All this time, we were printing statements inside the function. It can also made to return values to the calling program. In this example, I have given a new function which is zodiac underscore month, which is going to take the zodiac value as the input parameter, and based on the value, it is going to return the month. That is, if it is Aries, it is going to return March 21 to April 19. And where is it going to return? To the calling program. So here I'm giving a print statement. It says print of zodiac month of Aries. So this function call is going to print the value of that month, and I'm going to print that message in my output window. Let me execute this code for you. I'll give Aries. So what we can see in the output window, we'll see welcome Aries, March 21 to April 19, and then you belong to one of the best zodiac signs, and all other print messages gets printed. So which means first this print message gets printed, next it is printing another message, but inside that we are making a function call zodiac underscore month of Aries. So this function gets called, and for Aries it is going to return this value which gets printed here. And after that the intro gets printed. This is how we can use a function to return values. In functions, we can also specify default values. So while calling the function, if we don't pass any value, then default value will be assigned. In this case, I have this function zodiac underscore month, and I'm giving the default value to be unspecified. So which means in my function call, if I don't pass any value to the zodiac underscore month, then a default value of unspecified gets assigned to this zodiac, and the code works accordingly. So in this case, the control goes to this elif block where it stays elif zodiac equal to unspecified, then it is going to return zodiac unspecified. Now let's execute this code and see what happens. So instead of printing the month, it is going to print the message zodiac unspecified. But if I'm going to pass the value Aries here, the month will get printed. So what this means is if I'm going to pass an argument to this function, then that value gets assigned to the zodiac. So the zodiac will now hold the value as Aries, and the first if block gets satisfied. So it is going to print the month for Aries. Hey guys, hope you now understood what function is all about and the various methods to pass values as arguments. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, you can reach out to me at techietalkee@gmail.com. Happy learning and have a great day.